Hi, Gaye DeRusso here with the Majestic Rider. So today I'm going to talk to you about chafing. Not everybody gets chafing, but some people do. Sometimes it's someone like me who's kind of a little bony and we don't have enough meat on us. Sometimes it's just because you're riding long. And what happens is because with the gaited horse, the movement of the back and forth motion and no air going in between, it starts rubbing your skin, everything gets heated up, and then it's almost like it melts the skin on you. And it happens not only in equestrian sports, but it also happens with biking a fair amount. That's why they have biking shorts and all sorts of tight chafing stuff. So what I have found works best for me is one, to wear breeches. You want to wear something that doesn't have seams on the inside. There are riding jeans that do not have the seams, but sometimes they are still too warm and heat up too much. So I like to wear breeches. You don't want anything underneath the breeches. In the past I've tried biking shorts or padded underwear and all sorts of things. They don't work. They seem to actually make it worse. And if you look on any of the biking sites, even they say don't wear anything underneath the biking shorts because it'll tend to rub back and forth and then that'll rub your skin off. So don't wear anything except just your breeches. Of course that wouldn't work with jeans that well because that wouldn't be comfortable. So that's why they make equestrian breeches for everybody to wear, riding pants or riding tights. They call it all those things. So that's one, is what you're wearing. You're trying to make sure if it's in the summer, it's something cooling and ventilated and that's not going to be too hot. Then the other things that are handy are anti-chafing, either a cream where you just take it and wipe it on, or there's anti-chafing sticks. This says her on it, which is very cute, but it also comes in men's. And you just take it and you put it anywhere it's chafing before you ride. If you're going on long rides, sometimes this will wear off sooner than this, so it's good to take with you to put on, you know, mid-ride or something if you're taking a very long ride. The other things that can help is if you do get wear, Destin and it's like for diaper rash, and it has zinc oxide in it and it'll heal it up pretty quick. So use these during the day and then use the whichever medication you want to use for like what they call diaper rash in the evening. Put it on and then it'll usually heal up in a couple of days, which is great. The other thing I use is Sheepskin Pad. I have to use one with gel in it. It's expensive, but it's been the best one for me. Some people can just use sheepskin. What the sheepskin does, it absorbs some of the heat. It also keeps you from sliding back and forth in the saddle because that would cause more friction. Another thing I've seen is people riding with a saddle that's too big for their seat on the gaited horse. If you have a horse that has a lot of back and forth motion, you don't want a saddle where you're moving too much. You want a saddle that's going to more contain you, and that way you won't get as much back and forth motion. So that's just on the horses that are rubbing you this way. The Rockies and the ones that do the step pace, which is back and forth this way, that might not bother you as much as when they're walking slower. And so that's basically it, but a lot of people get chafing, don't want to talk about it. It can happen on your buttocks, it can happen on your vajayjay, it can happen anywhere underneath of a male or female rider. So again, you're trying to use these things to help you, but don't be embarrassed. It can happen to a lot of people. You kind of have to figure out what works for you, but that has worked for me, so I wanted to share it, and hopefully that will help some of you not to have that issue again. The gaited horses are great, but again, sometimes we need something to get us conditioned to get used to that way of riding and not getting any air in between and decreasing the friction.